Welcome to English Shadowing Daily Podcast. I'm Ash, and I'm here with Sage.
Hi, everyone. Oh, Ash, you know what happened to me this morning? I opened my kitchen drawer looking for a spoon, and I realized I only have 2 spoons. 2! How did I not notice this before?
Only 2 spoons? Sage, how is that even possible? Do you wash them after every meal?
I do. I literally wash 1 spoon, use it, then wash it again. It's ridiculous. But you know what's funny? I have like 15 forks, but only 2 spoons.
That's so strange. I'm the opposite. I have so many spoons, but I can never find a good knife when I need one. And then I panic, like, how am I supposed to cook dinner without a proper knife?
Oh, wow, yes, that panic is so real. You're standing there with a tomato and a butter knife thinking, this is not going to work.
Exactly. And that's actually why we wanted to talk with you today. Kitchen vocabulary. Because here's the thing. So many of us feel nervous talking about everyday things in English. We know big words, difficult words, but then someone asks, "Hey, can you pass me that thing?" And we freeze.
That's so true. And kitchens are everywhere, right? We use kitchens every single day, at home, at work, at a friend's house, but somehow we forget to learn these simple, important words.
Right. And if you're feeling a little bit nervous right now, like maybe this will be too difficult or too boring, just stay with us, okay? Because we're going to make this so natural, so easy, and honestly, kind of fun.
Yes, and here's what I want you to know. You don't need to memorize anything today. You don't need to write notes. You don't need to study hard. Just listen. Just be here with us. That's enough.
Absolutely. Learning happens when you're relaxed, when you're comfortable. So take a deep breath with me, and let's just talk about kitchens together, like friends.
Okay, so Ash, imagine this. You just moved into a new apartment, completely empty. What's the first kitchen thing you buy?
Good question. I think a pan, definitely a pan, because with one good pan, you can cook almost anything. Rice, pasta, eggs, vegetables. What about you, Sage?
Oh, I would say a mug. I know that sounds silly, but I need my morning tea. Without a mug, I feel lost. I can't start my day.
That's not silly at all. A mug is so important. And you know what? I love this question because everyone has different priorities. Some people say a knife, some say a pot, some say a coffee maker.
What about you listening right now? If you moved to a new empty apartment today, what's the first kitchen item you would buy? Tell us in the comments below. We really want to know.
Yes, please share. We love reading your answers. And while you think about that, let's talk about the basics, the things we use every single day, but sometimes don't know how to say in English.
Okay, so let's start simple, really simple. Ash, when you eat soup, what do you use?
I use a spoon. A spoon. It's round, it's deep, perfect for liquid food.
Perfect. And when you cut your food, like meat or vegetables,
I use a knife. A knife is sharp. It cuts things.
good. And when you pick up food, like pasta or salad,
I use a fork. A fork has those little points. We call them prongs.
exactly. Spoon, knife, fork. These 3 things together, we call them utensils, or sometimes people say cutlery, but utensils is more common in everyday conversation.
And listen, if you already knew these words, that's wonderful. You're doing great. But if some of these are new for you, that's also wonderful. You're learning right now, in this moment.
Yes, and let's practice just a tiny bit, okay? Nothing stressful, just repeat after me, gently. Ready?
I need a spoon.
I need a spoon. Nice and slow. One more time.
I need a spoon.
Beautiful. See, that wasn't scary at all. Your mouth is already getting used to these sounds, these words.
And you know what I notice? When we learn kitchen vocabulary, we start feeling more confident in daily life because kitchens are social places. We cook together, we eat together, we talk together.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine you're at a friend's house and they're cooking dinner. They say, "Can you help me?" And you say, of course, but then they ask you to pass them something and you don't know the word.
Right, that moment of panic. But after today, you'll feel so much more comfortable because we're going to walk through a kitchen together, slowly, naturally.
So let's imagine you wake up in the morning, you go to your kitchen, you're hungry, you want breakfast. What do you see around you?
Well, first, I see my refrigerator, or we can call it a fridge for short. That's where we keep cold food, milk, eggs, vegetables, cheese.
Yes, and next to the fridge, many people have a stove. A stove is where we cook hot food. It has burners on top where we put our pots and pans.
Exactly. And above the stove, there's usually a microwave. A microwave heats food very quickly. It's super convenient when you're in a hurry.
I use my microwave every day. And then there's the sink. The sink is where we wash dishes, wash vegetables, wash our hands.
Right. The sink always has a faucet. That's the part where water comes out. We turn the faucet on and off.
Okay, so let's pause for just a second. How are you feeling? Are these words familiar or new? Don't worry either way. Just notice how you feel. No pressure.
And if you want, try saying one word out loud. Just one. Maybe fridge or sink or stove. Whisper it. Feel how it sounds. That's learning right there.
Yes. And Ash, when you cook, where do you prepare your food? Like when you're cutting vegetables or mixing ingredients?
Oh, on the counter. The counter is that flat surface in the kitchen. It's like a table, but it's attached to the cabinets.
Yes. And speaking of cabinets, cabinets are those closed spaces where we store things, dishes, glasses, food. We open the cabinet doors to get what we need.
Exactly. And some people call them cupboards. Cabinet and cupboard mean the same thing. Both words are correct.
I love that you mentioned that because sometimes English has two words for the same thing and learners get confused. They think, wait, which one is right? But both are right.
Yes, English is flexible like that. And you know what? If you say cabinet and someone else says cupboard, you'll still understand each other perfectly.
That's the beauty of language. Communication is about understanding, not perfection. If someone understands you, you succeeded.
Absolutely. And I want to remind you listening right now, mistakes are completely normal. Actually, mistakes mean you're trying, and trying is the most important part.
So true. Okay, let's keep exploring the kitchen, Ash. After you cook something delicious, you need to eat it. What do you put your food on?
I put it on a plate. A plate is flat and round, usually. We use plates for solid food like rice, chicken, salad.
Perfect. And if you're eating soup or cereal with milk?
Then I use a bowl. A bowl is deeper than a plate. It holds liquid better.
Great. And what about drinks? If you want water or juice or tea?
I use a glass for cold drinks or a cup for hot drinks like tea or coffee. Oh, and sometimes we use a mug. A mug is like a cup, but bigger and usually has a handle.
Yes, I love mugs. They're so cozy. Okay, so we have plate, bowl, glass, cup, mug. These are what we call dishes.
Right. And after we use dishes, we need to wash them. So we take them to the sink, we use dish soap, that's the special soap for dishes, and we wash them with a sponge.
A sponge, yes, that soft thing that helps us clean. It's usually yellow or green, kind of rough on one side, soft on the other side.
Exactly. And after washing, we dry the dishes with a kitchen towel. Some people call it a dish towel.
Okay, beautiful. Let's try a little practice again. Nothing difficult, just listen and repeat gently.
Pass me the plate, please.
Pass me the plate, please. Nice and calm. One more time.
Pass me the plate, please.
Wonderful. See how natural that sounds? You can use this sentence at home, at a restaurant, anywhere.
And here's a question for you. Do you wash dishes by hand or do you have a dishwasher? Tell us in the comments. We're curious about your kitchen routine.
Yes, please share. And if you're still listening with us right now, if you're still here, thank you. You're doing amazing.
You really are. Learning a language takes patience, and you're giving yourself that patience right now. That's beautiful.
Okay, so Ash, let's talk about cooking. When you want to cook something, what equipment do you need?
Well, it depends on what I'm cooking. If I'm making pasta or soup, I need a pot. A pot is deep and has high sides, perfect for boiling water.
Yes, and if you're cooking eggs or vegetables or meat,
Then I use a pan. A pan is more flat and wide. Some people call it a frying pan or a skillet.
exactly, pot for boiling, pan for frying, and both usually have a handle so we can hold them safely.
Right, the handle is super important. Otherwise, we would burn our hands.
Oh, definitely. And when you're cooking, you also need some tools, like what do you use to mix things?
I use a spoon, but not the eating spoon, a bigger spoon. We call it a wooden spoon or a cooking spoon.
Perfect. And if you need to flip something like a pancake,
I use a spatula. A spatula is flat and wide, perfect for flipping.
great. And what about when you finish cooking and you want to taste your food to check if it needs more salt?
I just use a regular spoon for that. Take a little bit, taste it, adjust the seasoning.
Nice. Oh, and here's a useful one. When you're cutting vegetables, what do you cut them on?
On a cutting board, you never cut directly on the counter because you might damage it. A cutting board protects the counter and also protects your knife.
Exactly. Cutting board, very important. And speaking of cutting, there are different types of knives, right?
Oh yes, there's a big knife for cutting meat or big vegetables. We call that a chef's knife. And there's a smaller knife for details like cutting fruit. That's a paring knife.
Wow, you know your knives. But honestly, for everyday cooking, you don't need to know all the special names. One good knife is enough.
Absolutely. Don't feel pressure to learn every single kitchen word that exists. Learn what's useful for your life.
Yes, and that's different for everyone. Some people cook a lot, some people don't. Some people bake, some people prefer simple meals. All of that is okay.
Exactly. Learning English is personal. Take what helps you, leave what doesn't.
Okay, let's try another gentle practice moment. Ready? Just repeat after me.
Can you help me in the kitchen?
Can you help me in the kitchen? Beautiful. Again.
Can you help me in the kitchen?
Perfect. That's such a useful sentence. You can use it with family, with friends, with roommates.
And you know what? If you're practicing out loud right now, even quietly, you're being so brave. Speaking is the hardest part for many learners, and you're doing it.
Absolutely. And even if you're not saying the words out loud, if you're just listening, that's also learning. Your brain is absorbing patterns, sounds, rhythms.
Yes, there's no wrong way to learn. Fast or slow, out loud or silent, it's all valuable.
Okay, Ash, let's talk about some smaller items, the things we don't always think about, but we use all the time.
Oh, good idea. Like what?
Like, when you open a can of tomatoes, what do you use?
A can opener. It's a small tool that cuts the top of the can open.
Exactly. And when you open a bottle of wine?
A bottle opener, or for wine specifically, a corkscrew.
Yes. And if you need to measure ingredients, like for baking?
Measuring cups and measuring spoons. They show you exactly how much you're using.
Perfect. And after cooking, if you have leftovers, where do you put them?
In containers, plastic containers or glass containers with lids. Then I put them in the fridge for later.
Leftovers are the best. Free lunch the next day.
Exactly. Okay, and here's one people always forget. When you make a mess on the counter, what do you clean it with?
Oh, a kitchen towel or a paper towel, and maybe some cleaning spray.
Right. And if something spills on the floor,
You need a mop or a broom if it's dry stuff like crumbs.
exactly. A broom sweeps the floor. A mop cleans with water.
You know, these small items are so important. They're not exciting, but without them, cooking becomes really difficult.
So true. Okay, I have a question for everyone listening.
What's one kitchen item you always forget to buy at the store? Like you get home and think, oh no, I forgot that again. Tell us in the comments.
Yes, we want to know. For me, it's aluminum foil. I always forget aluminum foil.
For me, it's sponges. I never remember until I need one.
Okay, now let's imagine a real situation. You're in your kitchen making dinner. Let's practice some natural sentences you might say.
Good idea. Okay, imagine I'm cooking and I say, the water is boiling.
The water is boiling. That means the water is very hot, making bubbles. Let's say it together.
The water is boiling.
Nice. Now another one. Can you turn down the heat?
Can you turn down the heat? That means make it less hot.
Exactly. Or you might say, turn up the heat if you want it hotter.
Right. And here's a common one. Be careful, the pan is hot.
Oh yes, very important. Be careful, the pan is hot. That's a warning, a safety reminder.
Exactly. These are real sentences people say every day in kitchens. Natural, useful, simple.
And the more you hear them, the more natural they become in your mind. Then one day you'll say them without thinking.
That's how language learning works. Slow, gradual, natural, not forced, not stressful.
Yes. And if you feel tired right now, that's okay. Learning uses energy. You can take a break, come back later.
Absolutely. There's no rush. This video will be here whenever you need it.
Okay, let's talk about some appliances. Those are the bigger electronic things in the kitchen.
Right. So we already mentioned the fridge, the stove, the microwave. What else?
Well, there's the oven. The oven is usually under the stove. It's for baking things like bread, cookies, roasted vegetables.
Yes, the oven is closed. The stove is open on top. Different tools for different cooking.
Exactly. And some people have a toaster. A toaster makes bread crispy and warm.
I love toast. And there's also a blender. A blender mixes things into liquid, like smoothies or soup.
Oh yes, blender is super useful. And a coffee maker for people who love coffee.
Right, or a kettle for boiling water for tea.
These appliances make cooking easier and faster, but honestly, you don't need all of them. Some people have very simple kitchens and cook amazing food.
Absolutely. It's not about having everything, it's about using what you have.
So true. Okay, what about you listening right now? What's your favorite kitchen appliance? What do you use most? Share in the comments.
Yes, please tell us. We love learning about your kitchens, your cooking, your daily life.
And if you're still with us, you're amazing. We're almost at the end, and you stayed with us this whole time. That shows dedication.
It really does. You're building something important here. Confidence, vocabulary, comfort with English.
And you know what? Even if you only remember 5 words from today, that's 5 more than before. That's progress.
Exactly. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about small steps forward.
Okay, let's practice one more time. A few useful kitchen sentences. Listen first, then repeat if you want.
Where is the salt?
Where is the salt? Simple question. One more.
This tastes delicious.
This tastes delicious. Perfect for compliments. And one more.
I'm cooking dinner tonight.
I'm cooking dinner tonight. Beautiful. Such natural, everyday English.
And these sentences, you can use them today, right now, in your real life.
Yes, that's the goal. Not to study English, but to use English.
Exactly. English is for living, for communicating, for connecting with people.
And kitchens are perfect for that. Cooking together, eating together, talking together.
You know, Sage, I feel like kitchens bring people closer. There's something warm about sharing food.
Oh, absolutely. Food is universal. Everyone eats. Everyone has a kitchen or uses a kitchen somewhere.
Right, so these words we learned today, they're not just vocabulary. They're connection words, community words.
I love that. Connection words. That's beautiful.
And to everyone listening, you're part of this community now. You're learning, growing, improving every single day.
Yes, and we're so proud of you. Seriously, learning a language is hard work, and we're doing it.
You're showing up, you're trying, you're being patient with yourself. That's incredible.
So, before we finish today, we want to remind you, be kind to yourself. Celebrate small wins. Notice your progress.
Exactly. Maybe today you learned 3 new words. Maybe you understood a full sentence. Maybe you felt a little more confident. All of that matters.
It really does. Every moment of learning counts.
And tomorrow, come back, listen again, practice again, grow again. Consistency is everything.
Yes, even just 10 minutes a day makes such a difference over time.
Absolutely. Okay, so one last question for you. What's one English goal you have? Something small, something achievable. Tell us in the comments below.
Yes, we really want to hear from you. Your goals, your challenges, your victories. We're here with you.
We really are. This community is special because of you.
So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for trusting us with your learning journey.
Keep practicing, keep listening, keep believing in yourself. You're doing better than you think.
And remember, every conversation starts somewhere. Even in the kitchen, with simple words, you're building something amazing.
We'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.
Bye, everyone.